Hi everybody! It's been a long time since I've kind of felt like myself and wanted to stream and such. By the way, do I sound alright? Is the audio good? I'm a little loud. The music or me? You're loud. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to my debut. Yes, I can move a lot. There's a lot of fluff. Welcome to the world. Thank you. Actually, I've been on this island for a while. I just haven't streamed. The shiggy wiggy. You got a street pass in your debut you're proud of. Oh, that's true. I'll get into a lot more on that very soon. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. It means a lot because like the last 4 years of my life, I haven't really felt that comfortable before with who I was, and I haven't really spoken about the stuff I've been testing for myself. So it's been like 2 years. It's been like 2 years of like rediscovery and dreams and imagination and like who am I as a person. So in the past, I've asked people to call me Angel Rachel, but please from now on call me Kitsune Rachel. I told you guys I was working on something for a very long time for myself, and this is probably like the biggest transitional thing I've ever done outside of being trans. So there's been a lot of reflecting with self-identity and how I present myself and who am I and what I want to do with streaming and what I want to do with fighting games and what I want to do with art and what I want to do with... But this is who I am, and I'm really glad to finally leave it out because it took a long time to kind of figure it out and make it feel right. And there's 3 people in my life that I owe a lot of that to. Sometimes things like this for yourself gives you the lens to give yourself the sort of patience and outlook for the rest of your life, and I think I finally found that. Alright, no more tears. But yeah, with my friends and my family, I've been testing out, like, saying yip yip, and fox hands, and, you know, being a fox girly who's very energetic and genki and everything. But now I want everyone to see this, and there's so much I've been working on for 2 years that you're gonna see it all today. I have a lot to share, and if there's anyone new out there that didn't know me, you get to know me as well. So, strap in, this is gonna be like 2 hours. But I have a lot to talk about myself and the whole entire journey from like the last 2 years of my life and kind of how that came together, and I hope everyone else can find that for themselves too. So, with that, we can move on. Alright. Now I have to do some your coffee, you're locked. I have to do some of the regular VTuber lore, like talky type stuff. I apologize. So I have to do like the what's your name and what's your likes and your dislikes, because some of you guys might not be familiar with me, and you want to meet me, right? Squawk, there was so many times I wanted to tell you and I wanted to scream. I don't recommend, if you're going through an identity change, holding it in for 2 years and not being able to tell people, but we're here now. I just want it all at once because it didn't feel like I wanted to show it being a work in progress. I wanted to make sure it was me for so long, you know? And yes, this is Uba Musume music. Okay, so hi. Hi everyone. My name is Kitsune Rachel. I work at a shrine near off from a major city. Hi! I can't raise my hand and wave at you, I'm sorry. But yeah, I work at a water shrine as a maiden. I do ritual dances. I have healing abilities per my species. You can notice my halo, which is part of my life force and my healing ability. My species is Umi Kitsune. Just dap me up later, niece. Thank you, SoullessLlama, who I'll now call Mai, if you don't know her. But I'll also refer to you as Uncle Mai throughout the duration of this stream. Umi Kitsune are ocean kitsunes in folklore. They are very beautiful, talented artists. They also have healing powers and lots of kindness. So the legend goes. My birthday is on January 1st. That's right, I'm a New Year's baby. Ocean? I didn't know they existed. Didn't you hear it at the beginning? That was the ocean waves. And then my Oshi mark, which is, if you don't know, VTubers often have some sort of like emote or like, not like tagline, but like mark of sorts, kind of like a signature. Mine is the green heart. You might have seen me use the green heart for, we're getting lower. This is only gonna happen once. The green heart for me, I have been using it for like 4 or 5 years. When I was feeling at my lowest, like 5 or 6 years ago in my life, yeah, I didn't say 6 or 7, 5 or 6 years of my life, there was a friend at a job I was working at who always sent me a green heart every time I was feeling sad at work. And she said that was the green heart of friendship. That's meaning you care about other people and you're showing that you're thinking of them. I always liked that, so I kind of stole it from her ever since. Or like spread it. Down below the stream and the panels, you'll see it actually explained as well. So that's my Oshi mark. So I think a lot of people at this point, FGC or just friends, kind of associate me with it. I like it a lot. It always makes me feel better. And you'll see it in my new emote, which we'll get to later. Woo! Okay. Now I have to do other, more normal VTuber things. It's kind of fun, actually. I like these. My likes, I like avocados. I love avocados. If you don't know, I visit Chipotle. I'm 0.5% of Chipotle customers in the world, I think. That's how often I go there. So I actually have been there quite a lot, and I've eaten a lot of avocados because of it. And I really like avocados. You can just cut them up and eat them with like tahini or salt and stuff. They're always tasty. So the currency for my little stream here, I'm making you guys have to trade avocado slices, as you'll see at the bottom of the chat. 0.5 of Chipotle's revenue. Yes, yes. More stuff I like. I really like water parks and water fights and water gun fights and other stuff like that. I love water type sports. I love swimming and everything, as you could, probably guess with an ocean kitsune. Working at the water shrine. Super food, super currency. I like all sort of water things. I'm always down. Summertime is my favorite because of that reason. It's always nice and sunny and you can go swimming and everything. And I'm a very good swimmer. I also like wind chimes. I have one on my house here, but I have it kind currently tied up in a bundle because I know it might be a little annoying or distracting. I always liked wind chimes. You're outside, you're enjoying, you're like reading a book or tanning or something. It just sounds so lovely. Next up, yoga. I really like doing yoga. Stretching is really nice. I always wanted to be flexible, so I've been trying to do that more the last like couple years or so. Yeah. Fighting games and retro games are huge ones for me. I'm a big retro gamer. I've been playing through a huge backlog of retro games, and we'll get into that more later. Fighting games are really important to me. We'll also get into that more later. I also like tea. I like green tea, matcha, black tea, basically anything, herbal teas. And then the final one is art. I'm an artist, actually. I do draw anime portraits. I've been getting more into it the last couple of years with help from my friends and everything. Fighting games are at this house. Shrine. Yes. I used to host a lot of locals. Dislikes. I hate beans. I've told this to like everyone I meet. I really don't like beans. The texture sucks. But I do like chickpeas. I like chickpeas a lot. Chickpeas are delicious. I really, really like chickpeas. I don't know why. Even though the texture is kind of similar, hummus and like chickpeas are good, but I don't like beans at all. It makes me go like this. It makes me go like, bleh. Eh. But yeah. Good morning. I don't like mean people. I always try to be very kind to the different types of people I meet out there, even if it's, you know, someone who I don't necessarily agree with or see eye to eye with. I always try to be respectful and kind towards people because usually they deserve it unless they're like actually a bad person. Stuff like that, yeah. I also don't like, oh, hold on, I'm getting sidetracked. I also don't like accidents. I always get very antsy when an accident happens. Like something breaks or something gets like needs fixing or something like that. I always like can't. I'm really anxious until said thing is like fixed or I've done something about it. Such as like my car, or, like home maintenance stuff or like accidents. So that's something that I really need to be better about, but it's okay. Okay, more lore. Umi Kitsune, Rachel's a skilled healer and talented artist. I already said that. She spends her free time with old tech. Yes, I really like old computers and retro games and stuff. And my traits are I'm playful, fervent, spunky, and kind. And tomboyish. I didn't write that down. Can you heal my bad mix-ups? I cannot, I'm sorry. Streaming goals. So this is kind of the stuff I want to do with streaming specifically, at least. Not like private life or like other hobbies I have. I want to improve my natural voice and probably do some singing too, like karaoke and such. I want to keep pushing my own narrative of myself. What that means is kind of like inventing outfits, storytelling, lore, like who am I, you know, stuff like that. I think it's been really therapeutic writing about myself and who I am and what I do. It's gonna give my life a lot more direction. Show me bot lane, please. Aren't you the support? I thought you were playing Thresh. Anyways, true. Start doing new streams with ideas I was scared to do. So I used to not do any sort of art streams. It was basically just fighting games and single player games. So I got new ideas for art streams. I have new ideas for like fun miscellaneous streams, maybe karaoke, teaching streams. I might start making fighting game teaching content because I think at this point I've been competing for a long time and have a lot to tell people, especially from the intermediate to like advanced player. That jump is probably the hardest, and I have a lot to share on that front. I've been writing down and stuff, so I might do streams about it. I might have a Patreon with text articles I might want to do, like Pat the Flip style. I'm still kind of figuring out how I want to do it. I'm not sure what would be the best way to get audience, but at least there'll be some stuff on stream, like reviews and stuff, you know, the regular stuff. You guys get it. But yeah, I'm a big fighting game person. Next up is build a community around my interests. I think I wasn't the best about this. There was some things in my life I didn't talk a lot about, like retro games and computers, except for like some key spaces in my life, but I didn't really share it with like stream or like my community. So I'm holding myself accountable with doing more of that. because I think it's really important to me, and I'll meet the right people for my community when I do that stuff, and I have like a lot of knowledge about that stuff. Thank you. And yeah, teach and heal people's struggles, which is the stuff I talk about with fighting games. Hi, Boxic. Okay, next up is my shrine. And let me get out of the way a little bit. We'll get to the model after this, don't worry. So this is my shrine. Over here, you can see my mouse. We have the main building. This is kind of where all the main stuff happens with all the head people and visitors and such kind of come. And then down these steps, we come to our waterfall and river. If you could notice, if you noticed a little earlier, but I haven't shown it, my little banner on my legs has the same rock formation of these two sides and the river water coming down and kind of what's blooming out of that. So, and we'll show more of the model later. And then we have our main torii gates. These are the water shrines, so it's very important for us and our religion and what we teach and what we heal. So all the water flows out through this first, and then it enters the ocean, which is really important for rebirth and such. We have a lot of cherry blossom trees. Again, signs of rebirth and growth and blooming. Stuff that I've been trying to teach myself and be accountable for the last couple of years, thus this entire debut, of course. My whole life has reached a point of rebirth and renewal. So those motifs also fit my island and such, and even my halo, which is really beautiful. I kind of want to always keep in mind that idea of rebirth for myself and for other people. So that's really important to me. And over here on the right, we have a smaller shrine, just a little lamp, bush. And then we have my little Miko house. This is off limits for people. This is just where me and the other shrine maidens stay. This is what I'll be streaming out of. Mostly just hang out outside because I'd rather just be outside with you guys. I'm just standing in the water right now. This is where I usually hang out a lot, kick my feet up, maybe play a lot of handhelds and retro games, stuff like that. You're gonna geolocate me? my own rigging mother is gonna dox me. You should come visit. But yeah, I usually work with healing people, mostly like wounds and stuff. Or like psychological things like that. They got a fiber at the shrine. Yeah, we do have internet. Playing GeoGuessr right now. If I lived here, I'd sleep all day. Oh, it's so beautiful all summer. It gets a little hot, but you put your feet in the water and you're just drinking tea. It's really nice. So that's pretty much all I have. The artist here was RengginangAsoy. I probably pronounce it. This was a commission off of VGen. And you'll see this and more of this throughout the rest of the sesh. Beep. I also want to mention, while we're kind of early on, I do have a QA. I have a QA link. So if you guys have any questions, stuff you want me to go like more in detail about, or like just ask me anything really, like, oh, what's your favorite retro games, or like, what do you collect, or you know, what is the other people at the shrine like, you know, what time period it is, you know, stuff like that. I'll be going with talking about all of these on tomorrow's stream. There's not enough time for today, and I want to give people on Twitter and stuff a chance who couldn't catch the stream. So I'll be doing all that. Just do !QA. It's anonymous unless you want to write your name, and it doesn't require a sign, and it's free. So they don't harvest your data or anything. It's just a way for you to drop a question, and I'll talk about them tomorrow on stream. Okay. Now, I've talked a little bit about transitioning from an old self, but I should probably show you the model and show you kind of what it looks like between the two. So let's do this real quick. So if you didn't know, I used to have an old VTuber, like I mentioned, Angel Rachel. Now there are two of them. I know what you're gonna say. There's two Rachels in me. Sometimes there's two Rachels in you. One of them is gay. The other one is gay. You are gay. Okay, that joke from The Simpsons is freaking funny as heck. I like that joke. Anyways, yeah, this is my old model. I felt like my heart wasn't in the same place as this since then. Obviously, I'm a Kitsune, and we'll talk about you know, figuring out my K-Momo Mimi later and the furry feelings and stuff. But it was like a really important start for me, and you see a lot of stuff in between them. K-Mono Mimi, thank you. I have it written down, I just said it wrong. But yeah, you can see some of the stuff retained. My eyes, for instance, it still has the kind of orange-green you see, right? I still have the flesh fang. I still have my halo, although it's in a different form now. Big if true. I still have a similar body size and composition. I think I'm a little bit shorter. And my arms are down a little bit more. Both very beautiful. I still have the water and the wind kind of patterns with my old one that all transitioned over. And then a little bit of red, but this time I chose yellow. Thank you. Soft, very soft. I can also wag my tail. Yeah, similar kind of ideas and aesthetic. Hugga de floof, feet seas. You rig toes very well, Slurpee, each time. If you don't know, SlurpieDoo is the one who rigged both of these models. And the drawer of the new one is Scarlet Evergleam, better known as Star Cat Witch. And I'll be doing credits at the end and talking about them, so they feel embarrassed. But yeah, we've kept some of the stuff. It is obvious that it's like an incremental thing, right? A lot of stuff for me and my identity got figured out more. I feel a lot more confident. But yeah, I'm really happy. It feels like a natural progression of who I am, and I just feel a lot more comfortable in this skin. But it was a really good start, and I thank my old model and my old model artist for giving me life for 4 years and streaming for 4 years. It was the start I needed to kind of get the imagination and creativity to, you know, see who I was and everything, right? Nails, nails, nails. Yes, yes, yes. I have the yellow nails on both. Yeah, that was 4 years ago. Well, it would have been 4 years in August, I believe. But yeah, went from like an orangish to like a yellowish, very pretty. But yeah. Whatcha? I'm back. Okay. But yeah. I'll show you really quick the model. I have these ear bells. I currently have the balls not in them because the noise would probably drive you crazy. She used flash. I also have a bell on my neck area, as you can see. Very cute. This crystal is part of the water crystal, which I'm not really allowed to talk about, unfortunately. That's a shrine secret. But I do have pieces of it on me I like to use for helping the healing magic and everything. And then we have this cute bell as well. They all have the cutout as a cherry blossom shape, as you can see. Yes, yes. And then we have my shoulders, my chest, and my bust. I'm wearing a Japanese kimono. I'm wearing it a little improperly. They kind of get angry at me for doing this, but I don't really care. They respect me. I do a good job. Yes, the fang. I have these little metal bracer pieces that kind of help it around my body stay together, and more water crystals. Textiles-wise, you see my gloves has the water pattern. You can see that in the obi as well. Very cute. I have an obi cord, kind of keeping things together. And then at the edge of my sleeves, I have these crystal and cherry blossom florals as well. Yeah, you gotta stay cool. It gets really hot. Most of the time I'm just in the water though. And then I have my beautiful flower. I've been keeping this alive for like a year. I've been slowly weaving magic into it, so it's stayed alive, but kind of mutated a little bit. It's a little weird. I don't think I'm supposed to try to keep the flower from dying. So it's kind of gotten a little bit of a weird green hinge or tinge. Per me kind of messing with it a little bit. It's kind of like a flower zombie, I think. I only started doing this last year, so it's kind of cool. I like to show it to people. You must Konomas hate you for swimming in salt water all the time. We have good dry cleaning. Or not dry cleaning, wet cleaning. Yeah. And then I have this beautiful bow with the traditional Japanese wave pattern, which you also see in my inner. And then I have this little wind chime type piece. It's a little like banner piece that flings off. And then down here I have this cute layer front. This outfit might remind you of a certain guest character from a fighting game, and we'll get into that in a sec. But yeah, this whole is animated moves. If you notice, the flowers have a shiny bit to them. There's like a gold trim. What? My fiance just keeps saying leggy in chat. Embroidered. Embroidered is the right word. So there's a little bit of silver here for the water and gold for this. And this is kind of the wind and the water as steam exiting it. It's supposed to represent me in the shrine. And then finally we have the toesies. Every single toe I have individually is individually drawn. This took the rigger a long time. So you can move and shift them around. And then I have these little cute accessories I put on my shoes. These like little wind with more water crystals in them and more bows. I usually take my shoes off when I'm in the water. I can't show that right now, unfortunately. But yeah, they clasp on. Maybe I'll take off my shoes another time, but definitely not for this. You're tilted. Wait, am I tilted? There we go, thank you. Have I tilted this whole time? Go tilt, like this. Anyways. Wee! Oh, wrong way. Oh. The acute angles, I'm here. The acute Kitsune. Yip, yip. Hong Kong. I will be making more Kitsune noises in person and on stream, so get used to that, okay? Yip, yip, Hong Kong. And yes, there is a yip, yip emote. Feel free to use it if you're subscribed. Okay, next up. I think every time I stop talking, it like plays the next thing perfectly. It's like it's almost planned. Woo! Oh wait, no, wrong one. Okay, so you're probably wondering where I got my character inspiration from. I watch a lot of anime, play a lot of fighting games, so there's been a lot of stuff that I have seen that just like... Yeah, I mean, you can put the pieces together, you guys are smart. But I'll go through some of the categories and kind of how I came across them. The first one is, of course, kitsunes. There's kitsunes in a lot of media. I really like fox girls. I was reading how 2 years ago they're from the same ancestors as dogs, which I used to think I was a cat person, but now I understand I'm a much more energetic and out there kind of dog person. She got a parry. She's got a parry. Wait, does Koromaru have a parry? I'm getting a P4AU in chat. Yeah, from Final Showdown. Yes, these are all fighting game characters. Oh, UL. Okay. I wasn't thinking correctly. I don't know, I went to dog. I said dog, so I thought of Koromaru. But yeah, big Hollow VTuber, Fubuki, she's like my favorite. She's my Oshi. I really like the white fox. So, you know, that kind of ended up being the basis for me, Fubukers. I really like all her outfits. I like her personality. She's like a big person that inspired me to become a VTuber. Background music mix is Transcend. Thank you. I worked really hard on it. I've been working on this playlist for like a year. It's crazy working on stuff for this, like one moment. Obviously, there's a lot more past that. And we'll get into the whole process and why it took 2 years and after this. But yeah, next one is UL from Granblue. Probably better known by the fighting game people is UL from Granblue Fantasy Versus. Another big person. I kind of stole her hair bells. Yeah, I can make it public afterwards. I like the bells. For me, the meaning is like, you kind of hear me coming. Like if I'm running up to you, just get the big ass zero bells. Yeah, like if I'm running over to you or I'm just in the area, you'll hear me. You'll hear me, you'll see me, I'm very loud. I make a lot of noise. It also helps with Sakura dances for rituals and stuff. It's fun. The last one is Wakamo from Blue Archive, who I actually haven't played Blue Archive, but I plan on doing it soon now that I know you can just play the story mode without engaging in the gacha games, which good friends don't let good friends play gacha games, except for Uma Musume, we'll get into that. Forward advancing medium button. I have a 9-frame forward advancing disjoint, low recovery, hit confirmable, level 2, highest clash, mid. Yes, I do have that. She's a Zumi. Mods, please, Nerver. That's your job. But yeah, Wakamo. I really like her design. There's a lot of art of her. I really love her design. I think it's really beautiful. There's another art of her in a swimsuit that is like one of my favorites. I have art that might pertain to that at some point. We'll get to it. Kimi's a super mod. Yeah, that's wifey. She can like outmod your mod. Okay, next. Halo. Again, Blue Archive. Really love the Halos. My old one had one. They have super mods now? Yes. I really like the Halos from Blue Archive. I think they're really beautiful. I think they kind of show off the character a little bit more fun with vertical space, which is also great for VTubing, just because you have a lot of vertical space, especially because you're not showing the rest of your body as much. But some of my favorite characters from Blue Archive is Izuna, another Kitsune. I really love Izuna. She's a big tomboy energy, very energetic, super into ninjutsu and everything. Just overall really kind and like cute, genuine girl. Love that so much. Yeah, BA has like broken designs. You'll see a lot of that. Those are all guns, yeah. Next on is Shun. She's a kindergarten teacher, I think, kind of like a big sisterly type. She has a younger sister. That sort of like motherly care idea I really liked. And then her hair, the front long bangs, you'll see that in my design as well. And that's another reason I had to have these metal brace pieces. You kind of need to pull my obi around my bust properly. So, or not obi, my kimono. So yeah. Another character, the sort of straight cut bangs. I like that square cut. And yeah, the front back hair. Last one is Kaho, another, I don't know if she's a Kitsune. She's some sort of animal. Well, never actually mentioned in Blue Archive, but she has a halo as well, like everyone else. She also wears a kimono, very similar kind of colors of the white and the yellow. Beautiful, love that. She's a little more quiet, the red makeup and everything. Yeah, just more characters I really like. You see her as a dog almost. Next up is hair, real quick. Back hair is kind of that straight cut like Lady Satsuki has, and the front hair again. My main hair bun, as you can see, is mostly based on elf felt. I don't know if I can show it very easily. You can see that kind of like S-shaped bun. You know, that's sort of like tomboy type energy. I really like that. I think short hair is really cute, but I still want to incorporate like long hair at the same time, you know? So why not just do both? So I figured out a really unique way to do that. Next up, Jacko, the peekaboo hair it's officially called. It's where the outside of your hair is a different color than the inside of your hair. My body has 2 different hair colors. It's just my species. So my tail has a little bit of the blue. The inside of my hair does. And then my ears do as well. Inside here. I look so cute. But yeah. And then lastly, we have something called the banana hair. That was the name we gave it to it early on. The banana hair is basically this hair that, I mean, it's shaped like a banana. But Akko from Blue Archive has one. I always thought it was really cute. So this is something that I wanted for myself. So we kind of have it. I think it adds to the tomboy energy and kind of like outgoing personality, even though she's a little quiet. So, but yeah. Next up is the outfit. The character I mentioned before, you probably might have noticed, is I look a little bit like Yumi from Senran Kagura, who's also known as top tier in Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Again, it's the kind of improperly worn kimono. This middle banner piece as well in the blue It's really cute. I really like this outfit ever since I've seen her. I played a little bit of Senran Kagura games, but mostly through BB Tag. But it makes her look very beautiful with the short hair and that kind of feminine tomboy energy I was going for. I am broken top tier, although I have water magic, not ice, which is basically halfway there. Maybe I am a Zumi. That'd be fucked up. How come it's always the cute, light-colored girl who always has the broken stuff? Unbreakable combos, nerfing her in the next patch. Alright, next up is Rayora Panthera, another Hololive member. She wears this for New Year's, very similar. The bottom touches the floor like traditional Sakura dancers. Mine does as well. But yeah, you can see the rest. And then my, which is, oops. My, what's her last name? Not Mai Natsume. Mai Shiranui, thank you. Mai Shiranui, who wears a Kunoichi dress, which is like a Japanese ninjutsu kind of dress outfit. Always loved this. If you see me at like Evo or other tournaments last year, I was wearing her cosplay. I really like this outfit. It means a lot to me. Shiranui, more like Shiranai. Yeah, I like it. So, more outfit stuff. And then second to last, accessories. I kind of stole a few things. The arm wraps from Corrin from Fire Emblem Fates, has this kind of wraps around your hand, but in the way it wraps around like your thumb and such. And then again, UL with the bells. And then Queen Dizzy, since she released during development, this kind of frilly part added a lot for the asymmetry here. Really, really beautiful with trying to show your leggy and such. So that was a really fun thing. And some of the color scheme stuff and such. The halos on Undyne and I forget the other one. The ruffles. Ruffles is the right word, yeah. Thank you. Last, personality. I've mentioned it. Tomboy, but kind of femme, amazing. So Izuna again, special week from Uma Musume Pretty Derby, Ryuko from Kill la Kill, Izetta the Last Witch from Izetta the Last Witch, Chie Satonaka from Persona 4, the greatest game ever created, and then Mio Okami from Hololive. That's sort of like little shorter, tomboy, energetic, still like a bigger sister kind of at points, reliable, dependable, maybe sometimes a scatterbrain, that kind of stuff. I have a big soft spot for those kinds of characters, and yeah, it helped me figure out things a lot when I've been kind of sitting down and looking at them. Putting all these characters together, this is called a blender. I have a lot of sheets of just images like this that are called blenders. So if you ever hear me or my friends say open the blender, that's what that means. So yeah. Okay, it's getting late. Let's see. Again, if you have any QA questions, go ahead and type it into this. We'll be going over the next day. Is that SQ next to Mio Okami? Yes, that is. I mean, practically at this point. Okay, next up. Oh, I think the music's too quiet. You didn't realize the time of day changed? Yeah, it gets later as the time goes on. It came free with your Earth. I gotta finish before it turns out really dark. Let's see. Next up, we're gonna talk about the actual design process and kind of how it took me 2 years to discover myself. And like, I hope other people also, find it helpful. Trying to figure out what works for them, how they want to dress, identify, show themselves off as, who are you? So for me, it was taking my old model, prototype design jump scare. About like 2 years ago, my bestie, Scarlet Evergleam, I was joking to her, like, oh, I should make like a Kitsune friend for my angel VTuber, right? That would be like really cool, right? To have something like that. And then she was like, oh, what if you were the Kitsune? And I'm like, oh, that sounds really fun. I really like that idea. I really like animalistic characters or and such. So she drew this image of me, my old self, as a Kitsune. And that's when everything went off a fucking cliff. It really resonated with me, and my friends kind of challenged me to read more into like what foxes are like and stuff like that. Is a good cliff. Jumping off a cliff is sometimes good. You need that for your life sometimes. You know what I mean? But yeah, so these two drawings kind of came out of that, and playing around with like, that's you, but as a Kitsune. And you can even see the banana here. She said she condones instant neuron activation. Yeah, like I'm sure a lot of you guys out there in life have had times like that, like identity-wise, whether you be trans or cis or gay or straight or anything in between, or even just like identity things. Oh, it should be fine. But it really resonated with me, and then it was just like I knew what I needed to do, you know. Tomboy energy, nature aesthetic, some femme. So then we started working on, okay, what does this look like, right? I knew I wanted the things we've talked about before, but trying to like just come up with something from, you know, your inspirations or your heart is really hard. I don't know if you guys have ever created original characters for yourself, or a VTuber, or like a story, or like Final Fantasy 14, or like an RPG, or a create a character. It's really hard. It's really freaking hard trying to come up with a character, especially one that's supposed to represent you and how you want to be seen in the real world. It takes a long time, and it took me many years, but now we're here. So these are the first sketches Final Fantasy 14 mentioned. I know like multiple people in this chat that are Final Fantasy 14 stans. That was your cue. But yeah, these are the first kind of sketches. So it's kind of shaping up. The aesthetic of like nature and stuff is just too open-ended. But sort of the vibe gets established, right? It's a lot easier to kind of work off of when you have something on paper. And then like a year and a half ago, we kind of restarted development. I started throwing stuff up here. You can see the instant stuff from like Corrin and Dizzy and Yumi and such. This is just straight up Jacko's Halo from Guilty Gear, just because I needed something. And then, you know, you can figure out the vibe more, the lore, the colors, you know, what are the important traits to you as a person? What are your sense of self? You know, that sort of stuff. But yeah, it started to really take shape. We were asking a lot of questions. These sketches all come from Uncle Mai. She was the one who took over doing these sketches at this point and really like sat me down to like, you need to think this through, because if it doesn't fully speak to you, you know, you're gonna change again. Uncle Mai. But some of this stuff is me drawing over it, but the rest is her doing wonderful work for me. You can see her notes in here too. And then we started to really nail down some things, you know, figure out the lore, your sense of self, background, details, accessories, and more importantly, simplify. If you want artists to draw pictures of you, or you want to commission art, you best be like, oh shoot, my tail. You best like make sure your design is drawable. There's been a lot of characters in different media and mediums that like, it's really hard to ask someone to draw you and it's very complicated. So yeah, I hope this helps other people with wanting to do creative stuff. It doesn't have to be hand drawing things. If you just want to gather like pictures of stuff that you really want to put together, or just make like a mood board or like a collection of images next to each other, you can do a lot with just that and commissioning an artist, or just kind of overlapping and compositing things. It's really helpful, yeah. So we did more design work and such, obviously, some fun doodles, and it started to really take shape with ideas and nailing down. And then the fun part, you get to draw out references, small details, figure out things. No. This is a meme image of me doing the finger wag she drew. drawing like, what does the tail look like? Which took a long time because I was like, it should be a bow. No, it should have bells. No, it was really simple. The bells, my back hair, shoes, eyes, etc. Yeah, she did an incredible job. I would be so lost if it wasn't for Unk Mai. Like, Uncle really came through with helping me on like these tangents I went off of and different blenders and stuff. It was crazy. That's good to hear. I'm glad I at least helped. I thought through most of this process, I was like a nightmare to work with, not gonna lie. It felt like half the time I was just like, no, do this. No, wait, no, do this. No, do this. And then I'd wake up the next day. Oh yeah, Scarlet, sorry. Okay, not me. Yeah, Scarlet Evergleam drew the original body, and then we kept drawing that over. And then it was time for Scarlet Evergleam's turn. She is the one who drew the entire model you see here. It took a very long time, as you could imagine. Everything needs to be drawn to small detail. This won't get me banned, right? Actually, I should have checked this with you. We'll move that one to the side. But yeah. It's fine. Okay, cool. But yeah, a lot of notes from my Uncle Mai and Mama Scarlet about things being rendered, things like that, because every single little detail needs to be, you know, thought up. And how things attach and move. And then, ta-da, we're ready for rigging. This is the full reference sheet for everything. Yeah, like, every element combined, all of the textiles figured out, very soft and inviting. You know, it feels like a rebirth to me. It feels very important. So, this is the full reference sheet for now. She's being born, basically. And I'll have this available after the stream if you want to draw art. Everything that you see, well, maybe not everything, but a lot of the resources and everything will be shown off after on stream, or on my Twitter. That's most of the process. If you guys have any questions, drop it in the QA stuff. We can always all help. Okay. Next up, I'm going to talk about my hobbies and my hopes and dreams. As per usual, VTuber debuts usually talk about the stuff you like. For me, that's video games, baby. I like video games. And I'm going to talk about a few of the ones that really resonate with me and kind of why. If you look below the stream, there is more of my favorite games. I think there's like 100 down there. To 8-Bit Escape. So if you want to ask me about any of the other games on the parts below, drop a QA stuff. But I'm just going to go over these 8 because we have limited time and you don't want to hear me talk about 50 games. And these are the most interesting ones. See me in Winter Mall Customs. See me in Green TD. Yeah, I'll get to it. Hold on. First up is Metroid Prime. This is like the first memory of me as a person, like as a child. My first memory, if you've played the game, you start on like a space station that's being overrun. The graphics and the atmosphere of that space station is my first memory of life. And that game turned out to be just one of the best video games of all time. And I have played it, I think I've played it like 15 times at some point. I definitely played it more than a dozen, and I'll forever love it as my favorite game of all time. Next up is Persona 4, which very funnily is like... Persona 4 is single-handedly the game that has changed my life like multiple times at multiple different parts of my life, and it wasn't even because of my own like demeanor. Like, I didn't even mean for it to happen. I only got into fighting games because I went to a college club that was... the president was playing and showed me P4AU because they love Chie. They're the biggest Chie lover ever. So I only got into fighting games because that person got into Persona 4 and started doing all of this. And then when the pandemic happened, Persona 4, I finally got to play the game and I fell in love with Chie and P4AU streamers, and all the things alike. and it made me feel a lot less lonely during the pandemic, and more just like calm and everything. I mean, the whole story just takes place in like, yeah, it's not SQ. That's the funny part. That's the best part of the story, is it literally happened like twice and it's two different people. But yeah, like Inaba and feeling so down to earth in this small town. And then, yeah, when Guilty Gear Strive came out, SQ started streaming and I started tuning in, learning about the game, and then becoming really close with her and meeting her friends and everything. Helped me with my original model, meeting the people that made that happen and now made this happen. And I've since fallen in love with Chie as just a character. She's like a big inspiration. I have the Chie jacket. You might have seen me. You've never been seen together. You might have seen me wear the Chie jacket at like PAX or SakuraCon or like Evo or like other tournaments. So if I had a nickel for every time I met a best friend who loved Chie and changed my life, I would literally have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's crazy it happened twice. Next up is Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. My brother had this game, but I played a lot of it. I probably played it like 6 or 7 times in my life. It always reminds me of handheld gaming. Yes, I used to enter SakuraCon as just Chie Satonaka because I was cosplay. Hey, my rigger, SlurpieDoo, said I had 167 use for the entire stream and the entire day. So that's all you're getting. Yeah, let it out. Let it out. Yep. Everyone say it. Give it. Why is my tail wagging? Anyways, always reminds me of Oracle of Seasons. Always reminds me of Oracle of Seasons. Always reminds me of handheld gaming and just how good a game can be and how creative it can be without like flashy graphics and all that. Like, technologically, it's not very unique, but that limit breeds creativity. Those games are, like, the best 2D Zelda games of all time. Next up is Ape Escape. Tell them what I gave you. You gave me a 3D printed 6-7 with legs and arms, which I don't have a camera, so I can't show you. Why do you have this? You just derailed my debut for a 3D printed 6-7 with arms and legs. It's not cursed. It looks like the dancing letter H. Does anyone have Romola H or Sajam H right now? That emote? It's like that. Anyways, Ape Escape reminds me of family. I always played this at my family's house because I didn't have it. You guys ever have a game? Yeah, that. It looks like that. You ever, like, growing up as a kid, you, like, went to a family member's house or, like, a friend's house, and you're like, I only want to play this game that you own? This was that game for me, and it always reminds me of my cousins, who I very much love. So I always thank them for that, which is really cool. Next up is Halo 3. I had an Xbox 360. That was, like, my first forte into console online gaming. I really liked Halo 3. It's my favorite single player like game of all time, story wise. So many game modes, like Forge stuff. Again, a lot of creativity things that kind of inspired me to be the person I am today. Just being equipped with the tools to make and design things was really cool. So that and Warcraft 3 are like huge for me, for meeting people online and getting used to like chatting with people online, creating maps, you know, playing out different people's creations and stuff and talking about it. I played a lot of Warcraft 3 because I was a Mac. I had a Macintosh, and that's like one of the only games they had on Mac. Everything else was PC. Next up is WarioWare Smooth Moves. This game I bought on a whim because I thought it'd be funny, and it reminded me how powerful like humor and silliness is. You know, like this. And then playing the game, it reminded me how much it just reminded me how much humor and silliness and discovering things for yourself is wonderful. I really like WarioWare Smooth Moves. It's just such a encapsulated, fun, doesn't take itself seriously time, and I try to kind of live like that. Last up is Pokemon Stadium. The retro game stuff, I am a big proponent of like random one-time use accessories. So like I'm talking e-reader, I'm talking the Rumble pack, I'm talking the transfer pack, I'm talking the GBA or the GB pack for Pokemon Stadium. Like taking a console and like a handheld and linking it together with some like weird accessories and stuff. Hey, you Pikachu microphone, yeah, I love that shit. I have so many like gaming accessories. I got like the wireless adapters, I got like multiple GBA link cables, I got the transfer pack, the Rumble pack, yeah, the chainsaw controller, shit. I love shit like that. DK bongos, the GunCon 2 from Time Crisis. I eat that shit up. I love having random plastic that my parents say I should throw out. It's sick. Whee. Okay, next we're gonna talk anime, because I like anime. Yeah, the GameCube broadband adapter, especially like niche stuff like DK bongos and stuff, that shit's funny. I'm gonna talk about Kill la Kill last. It's bigger for a reason. First up, my first anime, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people's first anime, it's like not like a, yeah, there's Angel Beats, which I really liked as a show, and it kind of showed me that like, oh, anime can be this, you know? I watched it in college, just after a friend's like recommendation and everything. I really liked it. I think the story of that show is really good and kind of the message. And I really like the characters, like Euripi and stuff, and kind of fell in love with like the music and like the vibe. And I'm like, oh, I like this anime. First gamer to win Evo on a chainsaw controller. You know why I like Akemi, right? She's got the sub-syncer. Key anime mention. Is that Angel Beats? Next up is Sakamoto Desuka, better known as Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto? This is a really funny show about a student who, hell yeah, I didn't know you liked Angel Beats. That's new. News to me, I should say. Coolest. This show is really funny, and me and Akemi, my fiance, if you don't know, is Akemi Sato. She's in chat. She's the lead moderator. She will ban you. And we'll talk about her later a little bit. Sakamoto is a really funny show about a student who's so good at everything and so like humble and modest, like Uncle Mai. But people like kind of get pissed at him for being so perfect, like on accident, and he's just like kind to them back and stuff. It's very funny. A really funny show. So me and her starting to date and kind of having that to bond over was really important to me. Pokemon Snap music banger. Can I even say that if I'm the one hosting the DJ? Yeah, he is wholesome too. That show's quite good. Next is Little Witch Academia. I'm a big Trigger fan, Studio Trigger, which is made up of a bunch of members from Gainax, if you know of Neon Genesis Evangelion, or shoot, what's the show they did after that? With Simon. I forget. I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, Little Witch Academia, show about Gurren Lagann, thank you. Little Witch Academia was I think the second or third show from Trigger after Kill la Kill. I really fell in love with a lot of the design and the animation and the story and the characters. Ako's kind of a tomboyish energy girl, kind of a scatterbrain. All the magic is really beautiful. Her following her heart on the thing that she loves, and all the bad stuff that comes with that too, saving the world. Really good show. I love the character designs and everything. Yeah. The last one is something that's a little newer and a little more controversial, but that's mostly just the anime version of the manga, is Onimai. It's basically a show about a older brother transitioning to be a girl because her sister was fed up with him basically not like rehabilitating or anything. The anime one has a lot of fan service that I don't like. It's not good for that. But the manga and the message of it is really good, and it became a cult favorite. The main character was a bum, yeah. They were like a shut-in bum. But the whole message of the show and like the trans part, it's like another rebirth type story, and like figuring out stuff that you would have never thought you were into, or what you like, and who you are, and all the world you create for yourself. But yeah, it's become like a cult favorite for trans people. There's a lot of really funny moments of the main character running into like classic trans situations like bathroom and stuff. So there's a lot of really interesting things in just the manga and the anime about that stuff that resonates with me. And there's not really an anime that really covers it very well. And again, it's through the lens of rehabilitation, being a better version of yourself, family taking care of you, you know, discovering new things, stuff I really like. The last one that's the most important to me and something I think about a lot, Kill la Kill, my favorite anime I've watched the last couple of years. A show about not letting like order and law drown you out, being who you truly meant to be, like wearing your own skin like a badge. This show is just both beautiful, and I think the message of it, a lot of people either don't take away like I do, or misses the point. At least for me, how I think about Kill la Kill, it's a story about characters going past what people care about them to defy expectations and wear that pride to accomplish something that is very important to them, instead of hiding behind a suit or an outfit, you know, and power or thoughts of power from other people, right? You're not trying to hide behind clothing and make people think you're powerful or think that you're, you know, who cares what other people think? It's about the important thing that you're on the earth to do, right? There's a quote from Steve Jobs. This is like a weird pivot. There's a quote from Steve Jobs where he talks about before he passed away. Who the hell is Steve Jobs? He gave a speech at Harvard. No, Stanford University, where he talks about how he'd been diagnosed with cancer and how every day of his life after that point needed to change. He said this, and I quote, "Almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment of failure, these things all fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are gonna die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You're already naked, there is no reason not to follow your heart." So I think about that quote a lot. Yeah, and not losing your way. And the show too even talks about nakedness and skin and such in that way. Like, the main two characters use that power from their suits, but the suit is coming from them, right? It's them wearing their own skin in the face of death and everything that bad was happening in that world, to avoid, you know, not doing the thing that you're meant to do with your life. So I really like that a lot about Kill la Kill. It's very good if you haven't seen it. Also, just the animation, everything like that. Yes, the nakedness of the suits means something. It's very powerful. So that's also part of the reason that, like, the last 2 years with transitioning, it was just like, I don't want to make any decision that wasn't, you know, me. It can't be any external things like that, so. Okay. What? Anyways. Let's talk about something more happy. Art streams. I mentioned it before. I'm an artist, maybe like a budding artist. I plan on doing art streams. I'm no longer afraid to like draw in front of other people and like struggle. I've been an artist for like a couple of years now, and I've gotten a lot of help from my friends like Uncle Mai and Scarlet. And a lot of self-study stuff, and other people I've asked here and there for advice that I really look up to. So these are two pieces I've drawn. This one is just a sketch I kind of ditched because I don't always, you know, finish every art piece or even share every art piece. That's not important to me. But yeah, I'll be doing more art streams in the future, and that's something I want to do. And I think it'd be a really good chill time just to like talk and, you know, get off topic and go off tangents. If I'm ever doing streams for like Strive or like teaching or like single player games, it's not exactly the best time to like talk with me and get to know me and me get to know you guys and do stuff with the community. I think art streams are nice because it's both drawing but also like a conversation. You know, we get to talk about stuff, share music, things like that. Hey, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, they're so cozy. So expect that in the future, and I'll probably be posting maybe a little bit more of my stuff. We'll see. It's not really important to me, but maybe one of the ones I'm really proud of. So yeah, maybe collab art streams is in the works. Next up, this is really important to me. Uma Musume Pretty Derby basically transformed my life the last year as well. This franchise was another reminder of people, you know, following the journey of their own life and who they are and all the bumps on it. If you're not familiar, this is a gacha game that's been around for like 4 or 5 years, but it really struck gold and blew up the last year when the worldwide version of the game came out. And then there's been a whole fandom for it, including myself and my fiance. So I've ran Uma Musume tournaments at local things. I've been to anime conventions with stuff like that. It's Almond Eye, one of my favorites, who isn't in the game yet. I went and saw the movie, which broke me to tears and reminded me how important it is to me to follow myself and my heart. And then up here, I have my Oshis, my favorites. If you want to hear me to talk about them, drop something in the QA, !QA, or it's in the chat right now. But these are my favorites. Probably some of them are not surprising. Others, maybe so. But these are the kind of people that speak to me. Maybe. Uma Musume is not the most exciting thing to stream. I've done it in the past a little. But at least like maybe drawing art of them, or maybe we watch the movie or anything, you know. That'd be fun. But yeah, really important part of my life the last year or so. Uma raking stream? That sounds kind of fun. Next up is fighting games. So I compete fighting games. I've been doing this for like 4 years. I've done a lot of different roles in fighting games, and I've been kind of transitioning to which ones I want to do and which ones I don't. So to name a few, I've been competing in like Guilty Gear Strive and a little bit of 2XKO. Done that for like 4 years. I have been game lead for Frosty Faustings and Evo and Slashback in the past. I seed every major Strive tournament in the United States now. So Combo Breaker seeding, Evo seeding, Evo Japan seeding, at least for the America players. I have a hand in that with another friend. And then also, of course, like I mentioned, I stream and I teach a little. I played Soul Bad Guy for a couple years, but right now I'm kind of trying out other characters. This is a new controller I bought. It was on sale because I think people aren't buying the 2XKO variant, but it's Kitsune. It's called the Razer Kitsune controller, and it has Ari on it, who's a Kitsune. So it felt really nice. With me learning hitbox lately, I'm like, oh, this is the perfect thing to get. I got this last night, so I'm really excited. I should also mention really quick my fiance, the Akimi Sato, on Twitch and Twitter. We've been dating for 4 years and we're engaged. She's always with me at every fighting game event. You've probably seen her in Melty Blood and Under Night. She is also a VTuber streamer with her own streams and stuff. So go ahead and give her some love. She's in the chat. If you want to post your socials, honey, feel free. But yeah, we've been doing this for a long time, and we've worn a lot of hats, maybe focusing more on competition lately and kind of playing new games. And I've been getting a lot better very quick, which is nice. Next up is retro gaming, and I'm probably blocking part of it. I have a PVM I play most of my retro games on. I have a Sony PVM 20N2U, which has RGB hookups, and then I usually use either a Mister, a PS2, or a Wii. So here's some of the screenshots from my PVM. It might be kind of hard to show on stream. Yeah, I finished Radiant Dawn this last year. That's one of my favorite games. Ape Escape, Final Fantasy VIII I haven't finished. I'm in the middle of playing Mother 3 right now, which I've been enjoying with my wife, who's a huge Mother 3 fan. I just finished Chapter 6 with the Sunflowers this morning. Symphony of the Night, of course. I'm using the shield. I'm pretty sure I'm using the... Oh no, I'm hitting him normally. I didn't do the shield strat. Did you cry? Yeah, I cried this morning with the flower field. Yeah. Here's another Katamari Damacy game data. PSBBN, I think, was showing this. But yeah, I'm a big retro gamer. I like to collect retro games for the most part, just to play them. I'm not a collector. I just like to collect things, which I think is really cool. Everything I've collected is to play. which brings me to my next part. Computers and physical goods. I'm a big computer techie kind of person. I build a lot of computers for my friends and my family and myself. And then I have cute Fumos for my wife and my little computer, my Persona 4, Vita, a bunch of standees, my Agnes digital card. I have this shelf that's like one of every game console if I can. Yeah. I'm missing a lot of consoles, but I'll get there. I need to play more Pokepedia. That's the Chikorita that came with, what's it called? Pokemon ZA. If you pre-ordered it from the Pokemon Center, they gave you one of the starters, and I promised myself, whichever starter I get was the one I have to use. So I end up getting Chikorita, so that's what I had to use. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but my mouth has been different lately. Yep, Kong Kong. Yeah, it's my new home and my new body. But yeah. And then finally, I love handhelds. I have 2 PS Vitas and I have a 3DS I take everywhere. I love Street Pass, and I really, really like, what's the word for it? I really like, shoot, what's it called? Miiverse, and like all the Wii U and like 3DS type stuff. I miss all of that. I have 2 Vitas, yeah. I have the Persona 4 Dancing All Night Vita, and I have a Vita 1000, because I need the OLED screen for some games. But I always take Street Pass wherever I go, so if you're ever at an event with me, I will Street Pass you. Very important to me. And here's my achievement for meeting 5 females in a row, so I'm basically like a Chad. But I'll always have it with me everywhere I go. Where the women at? Uncle Mai, you're the women. What's next? Let's see. Well, that's a lot about me. But I need to talk about the people that made this possible. So let me get out of the way for this. Or maybe make me shrink myself down. So, all of this is possible because of 3 very special people. The 3 people in the front row. Yeah, you. First up, we have SoullessLlama, better known as Uncle Mai. Again, she did all of the major design drafts after the first ones for the design. She drew a lot of different ideas I had and fleshed things out and challenged me on my thoughts and feelings for things. And she's extremely good at character design. So it was extremely helpful expertise to kind of help me figure out what I wanted and needed from the design. And here's some of her art as well. Next up, we have Miss Scarlet Evergleam, also known as the Starcat Witch, is her title. She was the main model artist. She drew the entire model. It took a long time, as you can tell, with how detailed everything is, and how high res everything is. She's a big artist who loves chubby Elfelt and Elfelt in general. She's gotten into Uma Musume as well, and she loves trigger shows and such. But yeah. I should have mentioned, here's all of my socials, if you want to go follow her and show her some love. She does art streams as well. Amazing. And then here's some of the art Scarlet's been drawing lately. Some amazing drawings of Umusume and Chubby Elfalt. And then here's her socials. To Oscar. Yeah. Her OC, him fishing, and then Oscar with a really cool black hole, which looks like the one from Interstellar. And then Third up is SlurpieDoo, my rigging mama, who also rigged me last time. She's done a lot of different characters over the years. She's like one of the original Live 2D people, kind of learning the trade and everything. She's incredible. Everything you see movements wise, physics wise, all of like the toggles and the movement and the mouth, some of which I haven't even showed you yet, like pouting, like all of this was her, and all of this is just 2D images that she brought to life. It's extremely impressive when you do it like this. This is her and her partner Boxic, who's drawn a few of my emotes in the past, if you remember Sip or Peak. And then here's a picture of herself and her model. She has streams. She likes to stream rigging, showing her isopods and other hobbies. She has a lot of plushies. She's made plushies and made clothes for them. Really wonderful person. I'm really glad to have met her a couple of years ago for my original model, and we've been friends ever since. And then here's her socials if you wanna. Hey, that's you in the picture. Hey, I know her. Yeah. I knew it had to be you. Okay. Next up is emotes, which you guys have been spamming, so that's good. You've seen a lot of them. Miss Scarlet Evergleam drew a batch of my new emotes, as you'll see. This one is yep. Very, very cute. This is the full version. Of course, the cropped version is on Twitch, but you'll have access to these on Discord soon, so you can send them to your friends and such. Yeah, she killed it with all of these. She killed it especially with simplifying the details and making it look nice. I think the sleeves look really beautiful. Calm. I can't put my hands up, but I'm doing it in person, I swear. Especially with the textiles and stuff. I think it was a really good balance. And I like the bluish white she used for my hair and the highlights. It looks really beautiful. White hair is hard. But being the alpha expert, she had a leg up. Next up is Heart, the green heart. And if you weren't here for the beginning, the green heart is my Oshi mark. I kind of like that word. I learned about that word like yesterday. If you want to know about my Oshi mark, you can read it below the stream in a panel. But yeah, this one's really cute. It's similar to her own, holding the heart kind of in front of the face. Very cutesy, very playful, I think. And the 2 extra hearts on the side. And my little banana hair. Yeah, and this one is free, so anyone who is just following my channel has access to it. Next up is Hihi. I requested this one from her because I use hers a lot. She has one that's also similar, and I use it all the time. Is like an ending sentence kind of chuckle, like if you're messing with someone, like you know, that sort of feeling, and such. So I like this one a lot, especially the little Cheetos that come out, or the Fritos, the Frito lines come out of the mouth. And then next up is Power Cry. This one, she has a lot of made for her and friends, so I wanted one as well. I love the wobble. Monpoo, that's right. Thank you. All the emote lines are called Monpoo. Like if you ever play Animal Crossing, you know, when they're like, oh, it's you! Laugh, 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 and there's like the lines and stuff. This one's your favorite? Yeah. It looks so good. It's like you're looking at like a cute dog or something. The Power Cry. This one will of course be available as well. I like this one a lot, especially when someone sends you something cute. Okay. Next up, we have the also really fun and exciting, the animate emotes that Mai made. Uncle Mai, apologies. Me when the Unc tell me to do something, yes sir! First up, we have this one. This is called Focus. It's kind of like my lock-in emote. If you understand where this is coming from, you get it. You get it. This is a reference to something. It might be a little hard because it's maybe a slightly different meaning, but I really like this emote. I think it's really cute. It's a fun lock-in emote, and the keyframes at the middle and end are really, really fun to play with. Yeah, Nintendo Direct, you got it. Satoru Iwata means a lot to me. I was a big Nintendo fan during the 3DS and Wii U era. So watching those presentations meant a lot to me, and it was really sad with his passing. But I really liked it because he does this in the it's the Smash 4 trailer where he's fighting Reggie. He does it to regain his composure, and I always really liked that a lot. Like, you put your hands up, and it's just like you're back to normal. Just all good. So I kind of use it in real life actually to lock in, like when I'm competing. If you ever see me sit down to play a set or on stream, I've done this before. Yeah, it's really cute. She added the speed lines too. I like the speed lines. Yeah, I really like it. I love this emote. She did great with the keyframes, especially if I can pause it. This one looks like a... Do you remember the meme of the History Channel guy? You ever like grow up watching live TV, like cable TV, or like in a hotel room, and the only thing on is like a History Channel one about like some random stuff? Yeah, it looks like it's like the Aliens meme. No, you. And then this cute one looks like this one always reminds me of Sajam. You know, like Sajam's like default pose, like his smile, like his profile picture. It kind of looks like that. What is that emote you just threw at me? Dead whack. I've not seen this emote, Slurpee. That's cute, Mr. Jam. But yeah, it's a good emote. I like this one a lot. I hope people use it for like locking it on streams. We have a new noted emote. This one is a little different in the outfit, if you notice. I have a headband and my hair is over my eye, which if you want to tell the story, Uncle Mai, you can say it in chat about the hair over the eye ID. But yeah, there's more outfits on the way, and I'll show you a glimpse of another one later. You two also have hair in front of your eye. Not like this covered though, right? This is like fully covering my eye. Yo, banger. She sent me a casual outfit draft and it had hair over the eye and headband and 3 lines. I gave her a list of ideas for the outfit and 3 separate lines of the notes. It said the same thing of hair over eye headband. And she's like, are you sure you said it 3 times? I didn't realize it wasn't, I didn't mean to do it like this is important. I legit didn't remember that I wrote it 3 times. 3 separate times. But it's very cute. My ear twitches a little too, if you can notice. It's very cute. That's my new noted emote. I can't tell you how many times in like my friends' discords or private discords or like public discords I've wanted to use my new emotes and I have to use my old one, like my old notedy one. There's been a few times if you hang out in the SQ Discord, I've accidentally posted one of these for like 1 second. I hope none of you saw that, and now you can admit it if you saw it. I'm sorry. I like the noted emote. Secret noted. Secret. And finally we have Pop, which a lot of SoullessLlama / Uncle Mai as friends and clients get. I think it's really cute. Pop ones are very, very fun. It's fun, like I collect them all because other friends have it too. It's literally just 2 frames too. It's just closed and open, which the open one I might have given you a sticker of at Frosty's or Combo Breaker. I had stickers available. And then this one's kind of like head empty. So you can use it as a pop emo or you can use it as one of the other 2, which is cute. Pop, 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 pop. I don't have a time to stick out my tongue, but I can. Anyways. More VTuber typey stuff. So I do have hashtags. The importance of a fan art hashtag or like a VTuber hashtag is just to have a place to like sort content and stuff for people to see. And and also give like artists and, you know, people a space to post things without like directly interacting with you or like putting it in a Discord. So if anyone wants to see art of me, and I have like 20 pieces of art already. I'm not showing you guys. I literally have like 20 pieces of art already finished and done, and I can't show them to any of you until today. Again, holding this in was painful. I'll be posting a lot of it over the next, I'm pretty sure. I think that folder is at 20. Some of them I count multiple, like the one that's 4 different pieces in one. I think that counts as 4, yeah? You guys will see. Over the next couple days or weeks, I'll be posting a lot of the art, or asking the artists to post them, or feel free to post them. And a lot more on the way as well. So my hashtag is Rachel Illust, Rachel Illust, which I thought was really cute. And my old art tag, Rachel Stration, will still be available on VGen. I will archive all my old art as well if you want to see stuff of the angel or anything you want to remember of. Rachel I Lust. Rachel All Lust? No. It's not, it's maybe just the font. But I hope people don't think that. No, not so for work art. I had that on my old one. It was just mixed in. I don't want to have not so for work art on there. So it's only not suitable for work art. It's only suitable for work art from that tag and everything. So, yes, feel free if you ever want to draw me, or if anyone in the audience wants to draw me, use this hashtag. You don't have to like message me if you're like, you know, lurking and anything. Just post it with the hashtag. I don't even get notified, but I'll see it. And then Rachel Official is my tag for anything that's like from me that's official. So think like reference sheet, new outfit designs, big announcements, schedules maybe. I don't know if I want to flood it because it doesn't sort perfectly on social media. Stuff like that. Just another place to have stuff that comes from me be searchable and indexable, which is nice. So those are the 2 we're using, and I'll make a post about these later and start posting them. Do. I go do. I have art. I have 20-ish probably, but I will show some. I have been wanting to change my profile picture for like a year, and I have it, and now I finally can. I think I'm going crazy in front of you guys. But yeah, this first one is from Woofy Cakes, who's been around the FGC scene and at actual tournaments like Combo Breaker if you're a fighting game person. I have had this on like my Google account and like other stuff that's private for a bit. If you are wondering the thing in my mouth, it's an avocado slice because I really like avocados, which I did learn that actual foxes and dogs, you can't feed them avocados, but I am not an actual full fox or dog, so I can eat it just fine. I have human organs. I really love avocados, so I thought it'd be a really cute piece to get one with an avocado in my mouth and me being like, feed me avocados, please. Which is what you're doing when you're doing point rewards, so it all works out. Avocado. Thanks. Next up, we have Il Fukun Nail. I'm gonna butcher this. I'm sorry, Japanese fiance. Posture check? You got it. I am hydrating. I have water. Thank you. This piece, it's me dressed up in Izuna from Blue Archive, her outfit. There's also a variant of this with a different color scheme that you'll see later on Twitter. You're gonna hurt your neck? What, you don't like when I do this? What if I do this? This one's from NARA. This is only the first one, so I just wanted like a normal portrait of me standing. I think they captured my energy really well and my size. Very, very cute, proud pose. Me in my my Miko house. It is stiff necks. Well, I'm sorry. Is that bothering you? And then this next one from Hayate Fish. They draw chibis that are really cute. So this one's based on a Blue Archive music video of Shun, I believe. And maybe I can show the original when I tweet this out. It's Chibis or Chibis, depending on which part of the country you're from. Did you just squish my head? Why does it say Davon Stare SQ? Why are you dragging SQ into this? It means squished. Get squished eating it. But yeah, I really like this one. They did really, really good with the colors, especially. Everything really pops, and it shows the whole body out really well. The thinking, but it looks like I'm pointing at my mouth. That's like a pose that Jerry does in Tom and Jerry. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like Jerry's cousin who's like a baby, he like points to his mouth. It's like, I want milk. Because there's no audio. You can't summon mobiles, so you gotta do this. SMH my head, Uncle My. SMH my head. But yeah, I really like this chibi piece. You'll see it later online. I also have physical art that I've been getting for over a year, actually. Because the full design was finished, I think like last year on this time. So, thank you. This one's from Woofy Cakes from Combo Breaker. Not Combo Breaker this year, Combo Breaker last year I got this done, which is crazy to think about. It matches my other one from Woofy Cakes Physical, which I might probably shown before, my old VTuber. And then this one is from Little Miss Loki. I got this done at Climax of Night. Very, very beautiful. I like the backside. She captured the obi tie really well with this yellow part, and then some of my back. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, they did crazy with the colors. I think this was just with Copic markers, so they only had a like limited range of colors, but they did amazing with the hair highlights and everything. This like blue and this pink. So it looks perfect. Even the halo, they kind of got the gradient for. Very, very pretty. I have it in my room. That's delicious. You can eat it. You can lick it up. Just lick your screen. Also, thank you guys for all the subscriptions. I really appreciate it. I don't have the sound effect on because I didn't want to derail my train of thought. I know it would be very distracting. So right now it's just in the corner. You're eating the paper now. Next up, we have J5 Daigata. This piece was done because Scarlet Evergleam finished the model. So I got an art piece of me and her hugging, like, hey, you brought me to life. Like, I'm here now. Your best friend's here. I thought it'd be a really fun idea to get a piece like that of us two hugging after it was finished. And now you can tell our heights. She's a little short. I'm a tiny bit taller, just a little bit. I'm leaning a little, so. Very, very cute art. I think they captured it. Yeah, it's one of my favorites too. I think it just has the perfect energy of like, bestie, 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 I'm here now. You know. Can't reach the cookie jar height. Oh my god, hi! Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming at the very end. Okay, next up is this new outfit that Mai is helping me draw. This is a sneak peek of the next outfit. I will be designing many outfits. I have so many blenders. I have like 15 blenders of ideas, and probably like 4 of them are like getting close to like it being pretty drawable. Yeah, the headband. So like at the noted emote, you can see it's got the headband, the hair over eye, the hair over eye, the hair over eye. Did you get that, my Uncle Mai? Yeah. Looks like she's about to compete. The stance is based on the esports pose, if you guys know that. Most famously for FGC from Apology Man. You know, the crossed arms and everything, like this. Esports pose. So even just being like feminine fox wearing my kimono, I have other sides to me that all the outfits will kind of like flesh out the character. And I have another one really in mind that I probably want to do next. So probably these two will probably be both by the end of the year. Minazuki win pose? Does he really? I actually didn't know that. Satori Marsh? Oh yeah, this is Xenoblade, isn't it? But yeah, so this is a new outfit. You got the dog collar, these straps to this cute top that ends into a, it has the long sleeves like you'd see in a kimono of someone who is not wed yet. They have these long sleeves if to note they're not married. And then we have this cute, really frilly, maybe not frilly, but this skirt piece. And then my tail sticking out, which is something I really like. Tifa copied my outfit? She did copy my outfit. The one from the Revelations? The Black Mage Tifa? I knew it. Black Mage Rachel. Oh, I could get myself a job system. That'd be really cute. Okay. Well, I have one last thing to share for you guys sticking to the end that I think you'll find fun. So, throughout designing the outfit, as you can imagine, a couple of meme lords like Uncle Mai, Scarlet, and I, and Slurpee, we had a lot of really funny parts of development, a lot of jokes, a lot of drawings. So here is some of the ones I'll show of stuff that we were doing during all of this. So you can kind of see screenshots of this being worked on the last like 2 years. I love Dragoons, like this post if you're a true gooner. Sus. So this is Among Us in the army. Next up we got the banana hair. So she drew it as a banana. Like you could just rip it off of me and eat. Sukama. You guys are just trying to make each other say funny words down. Talk about vent art, but this art is fruity and venting new fits. Man. Okay. Next up we have, so there's talk about people that are keimono mimis with animal ears. Do they have human ears? Do they? A lot of media has these types of characters: fox girls, dog girls, cat girls, also the boy variants and the non-binary variants and everything. But do they have human ears below the hair? Who knows? The answer is no. According to this drawing that my Uncle Mai drew, if I switch my human ears and my and my Kitsune ears, it looks like this. Because we were talking about the fact that human ears don't go on top of your head. And would Kitsune Rachel wear headphones like this or like this? If I was a dog who wore pants, would I wear the pants like this or this? I think this design is better. All right, no more debut. We gotta work on the model again. We're fixing it up. You gotta use the special Uma phone? Oh yeah, yeah. And then this is, I think, autism creature meme. Ears on top of the head is unsettling. It really is. Well, it looks weird because it's like your hair's there. So like, how does this work? Like cat ears and dog ears and kitsune ears, they stick up out of your hair area, but these are like flatter, so it just doesn't. I don't know. It's unsettling a little. Floppy dog ears, and then I realized it was human ears. Oh really? And then we have autism creature. This one's cute. This is me. And then next up, we have this one. I always forget this is. Can you explain this, Scarlet? I don't remember the character. Yippee! Bill Cipher? I don't know who Bill Cipher is. I'm sorry. Or I've forgotten. Oh, it's Gravity Falls. Oh, okay. Bob Scramble. I see. That's what my Dorito pieces on my feet bows are. Homework for Rachel after stream. Watch Gravity Falls. I can do that. Yes, ma'am. Me when my mom tell me to do something. Here's a drawing of Among Us cutting my tail off and cooking it, or not cooking it, but like, you know, it turns into like they always have the bone sticking out. I don't know why, but Scarlet drew a lot of Among Us throughout this. Yes, man. Yeah, you put that in the Monster Hunter spit. There'd be like a whole montage. Boneless tail versus bone and tail. The meat bone on. Ooh, tasty. There's not even much meat. It's mostly fur. Okay, and then the final piece, which is like the magnum opus. I'm a knower. There was some part where we said we should redo development. Can I get the low taper fade? Have you guys seen the meme where it's like, I don't even know what the original is, but there's the Persona 3 version where I think it's like Junpei giving the protagonist the low taper fade, and he's got like the Chad like chisel chin. Do you know what I'm talking about? Anyways, we made a joke about that, and we drew it, or my Uncle Mai drew it. All the way around, yeah. So this is Mai giving me the low taper fade. I hate the face too. Undo the rapier, Scarlet back to work. It's so unnerving. I don't like my face. Hey, at least Uncle Mai drew the Flesh Fang. I know she's not the biggest Flesh Fang enjoyer for character design, but I appreciate you drawing that. Great hairline, thanks. See, it looks like me still. I even have my makeup and everything. But yeah, that's basically everything. Wow, just in time. You're appealing to the younger generation. I can't move my hands. Also, I already used my one number for the day, so I can't say it. I knew that would happen. Oh. Oops. But yeah. That's pretty much everything for the re-debut. Just to summarize, I am now a Kitsune girl. I say yip yip and kon kon. Yeah, it's nighttime. It came free with your Earth. I told you before. Anyways, oh, you can even see the magic in the water a little bit. Anyways, I am a Kitsune girl. Please address me as Kitsune Rachel and no longer as Angel Rachel. I have more outfits planned. I have lots of outfits and emotes and stickers and art and streams, and gonna be doing things that I probably wouldn't have done before. At least I was either too scared to, or I didn't think anyone would watch. But this is a new start. I'm gonna do me, and I don't really care what anyone else thinks. But yeah, this is my 2-year journey to figure out I was on the furry spectrum and kind of what spoke to me as a person. And I want to be seen like this, you know, externally towards everyone. The design took a year. The model drawing and the rigging took another year. It is a huge commitment just to get to this point. And you all saw it in like 2 hours. The furry spectrum, that's hilarious. It's true! It's true. I can't tell you how many times after having the model like partially rigged, I was just sitting like at work just messing with the model all day because it looks so just beautiful and expressive and everything. I just like can't believe how good it looks and how much it reflects me as a person. We've talked about it after finishing, but like I think this model is even better than like any of the Hololive YouTubers or VTubers you've seen out there. We put a lot of heart into it. You love the tongue stick out? Yeah. But yeah, it took a lot of really talented people and a lot of time to figure out, you know, who I was as a person. And this is just the beginning, which is awesome. And now I can go change all my profile pictures and show my art and not have to cry any night anymore because I can't show anyone the beautiful thing that we made. Some nights it did hurt a little bit. You know. Yeah, we made it. We're here now. Yeah. Thank you for the subscription. Really appreciate it. I heard this register. Oh shit, I forgot the bit noise. Thank you, Blinkpix. Oh. But yeah, that's pretty much it.